What we know about the relationship between cognition and audition. This is one of my first papers on this topic. I wrote this with Jackie Clark, who was president of the AAA back then in 2009. Audition matters more as cognition declines, and cognition matters more as audition declines. It was I think we won the award for the longest title that, of any paper AAA ever published. But it was about these issues that, you know, what appears to be an audiologic problem could very well be a deeper problem. And what appears to be a deeper problem could be an audiologic problem.
If we look at some of the more recent papers, I picked out 4. The last 2 here, the one by Lin in 2011, was really important because what it told us was, as it relates to hearing loss and cognition, is as your hearing loss increases in severity, there's an increase in the factorial of your abilities to get dementia.
How many audiologists have heard the patient say they can't hear when they're not looking at the person, or if the person's in the other room, or if someone's wearing a mask? Every single patient tells us this. That's kind of my cue to jump in there and reference that Anu Sharma article where I say it's not your fault with just mild amount of hearing loss. The brain starts to change to compensate. We know that the vision takes over the hearing's pushed to the frontal lobe. That's where working memory and recall is. When you're crowding the memory centers, you start forgetting things. You're working harder than you should have to in order to hear, and the light bulb goes off and they say, oh my God, yes, I am forgetting things and I am tired at the end of the day, and yeah, if I'm not looking at them, I'm really struggling. And so, you know, I say the good news is that with treatment, we can possibly make things easier for you. And so they're excited to get started. No one's made that connection for them before. It's like, all right, let's get testing.
This new approach provides my patients with a much better understanding of listening, comprehension, and communication. Like Dr. Beck said last night, it's not about hearing. They think it is. That's the word we use for them. But the real world is about listening, comprehending, and communicating. And when a patient understands it, they're much more motivated to follow through with your recommendations. My patient has a more effective expectation management. We talk about, my whole career, we've talked about realistic expectations. Here's what hearing aids will and won't do. Their expectation is still, why not? Technology should do this for us. What is wrong with this hearing aid industry? Hearing aids are amazing. The problem is we're using an ear-brain system, and that's what's broken. And so you can't just tell a patient that. You have to collect the data, put it in front of them, and explain it in a way that's real world to them, to what they're experiencing.